This is the area where the fun with steering brakes video occurred. It catches all the runoff from my yard up here, and it's going to be 40s, 50s next couple days, and I'm wanting to get all this water pumped out of here because I'm hoping to, before spring, get a mini excavator in this corner over here and trench through right there with some drainage tile. Because I'd like to get rid of this. I don't want to fill it in, and I don't want to get rid of this berm I'm standing on here because then I'd have to walk through a little ravine to get to my trailer over there. So the plan is to get it drained out and let the ground freeze up good. It's just a soupy mess under there, of course. So we're gonna get going on that. And I got a what I'm calling a homemade trash pump. All it is a sump pump that I've put in a bucket down here. So let's go plug it in and see how it does. So the discharge hose just runs over the berm down to the ditch here. You can see it's really pumping out of there pretty quick. Let's go look at the pump. It's an old pump I picked up when I still lived in town during trash day, where, you know, everybody can just throw away whatever they want and the city comes around and picks it up. And one of my neighbors had just thrown it away. So of course, being the pack rat I am, I just took it home. And so this bucket, the top of it has, I think, about four thumb size holes. And then there's several, probably all 3/8, maybe 1/4 inch holes. 2 more rows of those down below to let some stuff in. I didn't want to get them too big because I didn't want actual trash coming in here and jamming up the pump. But I thought as long as kept them small enough, it should be okay. But I'm gonna get off this ice because it's starting to crack now. I can hear it. I doubt you can hear it over that generator, but it's cracking and popping now that all the water's coming out from under it. Pretty happy with how it's working. I was a little nervous without the big holes that it would the pump would run dry, and you know, it's got the, you can't see the floats under the hose there, little white float. Obviously it's got the float and it would shut itself off, but I didn't want it kicking on and off and on and off just repeatedly. So I thought those big holes up top would help out. And I really wish the snow wasn't on here because you might be able to see it cave in. Oh, let's go see where all this water is going to. And here's the one thing I was wanting to avoid, which is why I'm putting this drainage tile in. The water flow's coming from, there's the hose, coming down through here. And it's pooling up here for now. Obviously once it gets a little deeper it's going to run out. But you can see here underneath my storage trailer, this whole area is just a sheet of ice. When we cut this little area out with the Bobcat, it slopes back ever so slightly. So the drain tile for that little low spot will come out in that corner, and then I'll switch from perforated to solid tile, and I'll run the solid tile all the way out here to where I'm standing up to the front of the trailer, so that we're not just perpetually putting a sheet of ice down here. I was wanting to get my cargo trailer out, but you know, as it warms up and this stuff has been melting, this whole area here to the drive is nothing but a sheet of ice. And I thought there's no way I'm gonna get in here and get it pulled out safely without sliding into the barbed wire fence or something stupid. So we're just gonna let Mother Nature thaw it out for us, I guess, and we'll get to it eventually. Little backstory on the generator. My dad bought this brand new for Y2K. Has performed flawlessly. As we all know, Y2K was absolutely nothing, but everybody had to have a generator, of course. 10 horsepower Coleman. It's a Briggs & Stratton engine on it. Never missed a beat. We've done plenty of welding with this thing. I want to say it's 5,000 watts. And welding was a little taxing for it, but it kept right up. Yep, 5,000 watts. Great generator. Did you hear that crack? I jumped so high. Of course, I can't leave well enough alone. I'm back out here on the ice. I'm thinking it's this top layer. If you can see, there's a shelf. I'll break this side maybe. There's a little shelf on top. I'll just show you. There's a little shelf on top from where it refroze again the other day when some more snow melted. And I'm thinking that's what I'm hearing crack, because that bottom layer is still pretty thick, but the great outdoors makes a wonderful refrigerator in the winter. You can see where the ice is starting to open up, or it's cracking through and sinking down. The water's bubbling up through now. Finally smart. I'm right over here on the bank. Well, I wasn't watching, but I've noticed all of a sudden here the bucket's full again. So either that pump shelled out, or I might have pumped it low enough. Let's go look at the discharge, see what's happening. Oh, nothing coming out. Interesting. Nothing. Well, maybe this is why my neighbor threw it out. Well, I didn't do anything either. It's just bad. Well, while the bucket's out, I'll show you what I did to it. See if it's easier to see from the inside, or yeah. See those little holes I punched in there? And the pump just sits down in there. This may not be a good idea depending on what's wrong with the pump. Then again, it could have been junk from the start too, so. Got the generator going again. When I manually operate the switch, it comes on and off, so I wonder if it drained down far enough to where the flow dropped and it was just sticking and it hadn't turned the switch back on. The float just got stuck, it seems like. It's low enough now that that bucket is actually sitting on the ground. And the water flow coming in just isn't as quick as the pump can pump it out. So I may bring my drill down here and punch some more large holes in there. See if you can see it flowing in. And before it was just gushing those holes, and not so much now. And we just cycle off again. I think it, yep, there it did. Cycled back off, which is fine. Pump's working appropriately. Happy about that, and it's draining very well. I don't know, I might leave it as it is. I might put a few larger holes in there, but I don't know, we'll see. As the water level got lower, the large holes up top were even with the slush, and it would just kind of plug them up. So I punched a bunch more big holes down low, and I don't know what I was being worried about. I thought, well, I don't want to ruin the bucket if I wish I hadn't done this. And then I realized how stupid that was. It's a bucket. Grab another one. How many do you have sitting around in the shed, you know? And there is still something a little weird with it. It was off again. I had to jiggle that float a couple times, but I don't know if you can see the water's kind of coming out browner now than it was. It was a lot clearer at first. It's getting kind of murky. I don't know if I'm getting little stones stuck in there, since it's not truly a trash pump, it's merely a sump pump. But we're gonna keep running her. I might get the gumption to take that switch apart someday and look at it, but I don't know. As long as she keeps working, I'll probably keep fiddling with it and making it work. Gonna cut it off right here, guys. You can see I got the bucket even lower than it was. Those top holes are below the water line again, so must have been even a third layer of ice I didn't realize was there. Been kind of boring, I know, but I guess it proves you can use a sump pump for a trash pump. Obviously, if you suck up some large sticks or rocks, it's gonna jam up that impeller. But those thumb-size holes, I'm hoping not too much gets through there, and to me, it's worth the risk anyway. So, if you guys like this or just like this kind of stuff, please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.